What is up, everybody? Good morning. Happy, was it Thursday? Thursday. Good happy Thursday. What's up, Tired Potato? You indeed are first. Good job. Proud of you. How goes it? How goes it on this fine day? Today, we're going to be working on the racetrack some more. And going back in and trying to, maybe alter the design from last time. Because I was thinking about it, and I think that maybe it doesn't quite fit with what I wanted. So we're going to go in and take a look at it, and see if I can't design an alternative, and we'll compare them. Because, you know, this month is actually kind of creeping by. It's already half over. And I was pinged today in the race Discord about having about a month left. So I have a little bit less time than I thought. I have more time than I initially thought, but less time than I thought after that. So I'm just getting all sorts of timeline chronal whiplash, if you will. So we got to lock in some of these design elements, especially this one, because this one is kind of important. It's gonna cover up a decent chunk of the map, and I'm thinking that, yeah, maybe I did do a little bit too much with the weird. Oh, there's my daily crash. Every time I try and open up the server for the first time in a day, it just crashes. But then it works fine right after that. Having changed nothing. I'll just restart and it works fine. So let's do that once more. Hey? Shall we? There we go. Now we do be launching. What's up, Feldy? Hey, Jeezy, you're late. Yeah, I know, I'm about 15 minutes late. It's true. You're right. Well, maybe more like 10. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I edit up to the wire, and then, you know, I just lose track of time. Lose track of time when I'm in the middle of it. How are you doing, Feldy? Okay, let me fix my clouds. There are so many things that I have to do when I first launch this game. It is crazy. It's beginning to compound a little bit. Alright. Hop on in. My internet connection was shit, so I had to end my stream early. Oh, I'm sorry. That really sucks. Fuck that. I hate a bad internet connection. That absolutely sucks. Is it a recurring problem? You think you can fix it, maybe? You know what? God, I really do like this. As much as I think it is a lot, I do like it. I do want to try and design an alternative, though. Just to see. Just to see what's possible. Alright, I think I can probably... I went over all of this pretty thoroughly. This is kind of the only spot that I didn't go. So I guess I could do it here. Okay. Let's try and start working over here. I want something that goes along with the same pattern as the rest of it. It's German internet, so it's almost normal, but it hadn't been that bad in a while. Is German internet just notoriously bad? I don't know anything about it. All I know is internet in the States, in the United States, is a fucking toss-up. Because you're just subject to massive monopolies everywhere. You're just at the whim of whoever you happen to be under the thumb of. I don't know if it's like that elsewhere too. Okay. So the other idea I had was just to do, like, solid wall up this. But then have that light river kind of run up it as well. This is gonna look a little rough to begin with. Quite behind when it comes to connectivity. Government just doesn't give a damn. That makes promises left and right. Yeah, that sucks. I know a while ago there was actually, there's like a lesser connectivity internet bill that passed here to connect up a bunch of rural areas with really fucking good internet. And I think that's probably one of the only reasons that I actually have as good of internet as I do where I am right now. Because of that one random bill. So thankful for that. Unfortunately, that's been fucking walked back. So it's not happening anymore. But I already got it. Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing today? It's the virus takeover. Don't say stuff like that. Don't say stuff like that. First a curse, now a virus? You know what? I actually do like that. With just the sheer drop, the sheer concrete drop with the light going up it. So it'd kind of just be as an alternative to this. Oh, I wish this wasn't a server and I could just save and try it out and load it back. The problem is if I delete this, I'll actually have to redo it if I want it back. But doing something like this would be a lot less resource intensive. So I probably wouldn't contribute as much to the lag. And it might look a little bit more in line with the rest of the design. Curse? Was it Danhausen? No, it was Jug hired a witch to curse me. It's old hat at this point. That was actually the reason that I changed my internet, was because he cursed my internet. Now it's better. I got a counter witch to try and break the curse. His witch is very strong though. It was a tough, hard-fought battle. Doggo where? Oh, doggo right here. Doggo right here. Hello, it's me. A dog. He still doesn't attach to the chair very well. But he can stay, as long as he doesn't fall. You'll just have to let me know if he falls. Because, I can't actually feel it when he falls off. You keep not bringing the doggo, I will keep cursing you. He's right there. Look at him. You want doggo too? Doggo is amazing. I love doggo. Doggo is the best boy. Here, I'll delete a little bit of this in favor of this new design, just to see how we can get it to look. I don't want to delete too much of it. But I don't think it would be the end of the world if I just kind of paved over this temporarily. might just have to do this manual. Like if I just do this intermediate part manual, but with the same design, it could look really good. Put a piece of Velcro on his belly to make him stick? Yeah, I just gotta get some. I just gotta get some. Plus, I don't really want to put any of that. I guess I could move this blanket off the chair. I don't really use it. Especially now that it's getting warmer out. It doesn't really need to be there. I could just put the Velcro on the chair. I will. I'll adhere him to the chair. He can live there. Makes me sad when he falls off. His is a problem falling off of stuff. He loves falling off of stuff. I'll put voodoo on the doggo? No, you will not. I'm gonna ban you. Don't put voodoo on my doggo. I'm gonna ban you. Better solution? Just get a Velcro chair. What is a Velcro chair? Like a chair that is just made of Velcro? Do I need a Velcro suit then, so I just like stick to the chair? It's like putting me in a fly trap. Put me in a glue trap. Is that what you mean? What the fuck do you even mean? I thought last time weren't you suggesting to get a little hat for the doggo? Why are you being so mean to the doggo now? You've lost the plot. You can curse me, but you can't curse my family. Or my dog. Better seating position. Stop slouching with this one simple trick. Just connect yourself to the chair with Velcro. You won't be able to move at all, but at least you won't slouch. The design is very human. What if I want to be a little shrimp? Put the voodoo curse on you, so if the doggo falls, you feel the pain. Well, that would let me know that he fell off the chair, I guess, so that is a solution. We can definitely try it out. We can discuss specifics. If you still have that witch doctor on call. Oh, this is not the right height of the signs. I just don't know how to do this in an uneven way. Or if trying to keep it on the grid would actually be better. No more lobster mode? That's so sad. My favorite way to sit is like a little crustacean. I only don't do it on stream because I'm very self-conscious of how I look. Which is actually good, because it keeps my posture. Keeps my posture good. I don't slouch. When is the last date for the build? Actually middle of May is the final intended build date. I have been told today that I need to have a rough draft of my track. Like the drivable track needs to be complete by the end of this month. So 2 more weeks, which I believe it is. I mean, this is like, it's my rough draft. I think it's pretty good. It's not super interesting, but It's there. Oh yeah, Jug, you're gonna get fucked up. We got 2 counter curses on you? Do you think you can handle that? I mean, we could call a curse armistice if you really want to. Now that you know what's going on. Now that you know what's gonna happen to you. Your curses have consequences, brother. Hey, Yarmar, what's going on? Here we go. I don't know how these ended up at the wrong height, but we'll fix them. Fix them. Yeah, so middle of May is the final day. I don't have an actual final date. That's middle of May is all I know, but I'm just gonna assume that it's a month from today. If I set that deadline for myself, then I guess that will work pretty well. It's a little worrying because I decided to expand this. And then I'm like, now I kind of feel like I have to do it. Because I would be sad to just go back to the way things were. With the tiny little segment of track. I like the bigger segment of track. Might be hard to actually flesh it out. I'm gonna try though. Might need to ask for help. We'll see. Out voodooed. Hey, Quantum, what's up, dude? Hi. I heard help. You heard right. Yeah, I'm just musing about the state of the race here. Having kind of an official date that I'm supposed to be done by, well, middle of May. Makes it feel a lot more real. So, I don't know. I'm gonna try and get it done on my own, but if I can't, I may have to enlist some assistance with some stuff. We'll see. How you doing, dude? We have summoned him. He has been summoned. Fighting with sales, but otherwise going good. Nice. What kind of sales are you fighting with? I think I'm really gonna struggle to make anything along the grid that looks as good as this. I don't know. I heard a couple of things last time. If anybody's willing to give their opinion. I know Jug has already said that this looks like a lot. Does anybody else feel like this perhaps appears out of place? Or is too much? These hexagons. If you need me, I shall assist. Thank you. I'm glad to have your oath. Specification listed on a test document isn't testing the unit, instead testing the machine. You like the hex? I really like it. Like, I logged in today and I'm like, ooh, that looks really fucking clean. And I'm kind of already halfway there with it. Kind of already halfway there. I was just going to try and see if I could log in today and continue the grid down in like a way that made sense. I'm not sure I can. I don't think I can. I'm caught in the middle of wanting to continue the grid design, but then also really liking this. The whole point of the document is meant to test the unit, and it's just not doing that. I feel like there are a lot. Try smaller hex or a few peppered everywhere. Not like a blob in the middle. Smaller hex? I feel like smaller hex would make the problem worse. If the elevation changes have the hex to cover them, and the flat grid areas have the grid. Well, that's what I was planning on, is just doing the hex on the grid, the changes in elevation. That's what they're for. So yeah, that was already the plan. I just haven't ended up covering the stuff up yet. So they alone look good, but feels out of place with the rest. Yeah. I kind of feel the same. Let's take a look from down here. It might be harder to tell. Like, does it look weird to have just the concrete, like, flowing straight into these things? I guess there'd be a line here. I feel like there needs to be something connecting them to the concrete. Or, like, phasing them in. Maybe it's the dark color compared to the grid foundations being lighter. You know, I did have that thought about the foundations. Maybe if I painted them darker, the whole thing would look better. Then it would look more like a circuit board. So, chrome would be... I don't know if carbon steel or chrome would be better. Problem is it makes the grid stand out more. I don't know if I want that. I think you could be right, though, about the reason it looks like it's out of place is because of the coloring. I didn't realize, you know, why it looked out of place. Maybe if the entire thing looks like metal, it'll be better. Problem is these concrete pillars are painted chrome, and painting this chrome is actually a different color. Stupidly. They just don't match up. I think the side of them might, but the top definitely doesn't. Yeah, and it makes the grid show up more, which I don't know that I really want. It's tough, because yeah, I like both of these designs. But I don't know how well they work together. Hex pattern usually flows or moves like a wave. Seeing them still feels somehow wrong. The hex pattern usually flows like a wave? What do you mean? Maybe where the hex meets the grid, you make the whole uncovered area that sign color. Still see this pattern in Instagram desk mat ads. I mean, I see it in nature and it doesn't move at all. I think that's just a you thing. Where the hex meets the grid, you make the whole uncovered area that sign color. Yeah, like have something to separate them instead of just having them mesh directly together. It is kind of difficult because the whole point of the hexes is to cover up the weird terrain shapes that don't align with the grid. Hmm. Have the hex poke out of the yellow river? Yeah. Like have that be the border. I kind of did something like that over here. I think I messed up a bit. Because the hexes aren't really aligned with the river here. You can kind of see they're at a bit of an angle. Because I didn't anticipate that. So that's a little unfortunate. But also, like I think, what does the ground look like under here? Let's see, this might have to be higher. We want a little light channel down here. Oh yeah, like, yeah, this is the angle of the other blueprints. It's way off. So would this be covered over here? I think it gets covered by the grass. Oh, it doesn't quite, actually. So that side's okay. Put a short in general of the moving texture. Yeah, I mean, I get what you mean if you're talking about, like, a wallpaper engine desktop background. I was kind of going more for the way that you'd see it in nature, though. Okay. I may have to replace them, but I could actually start by aligning them with this. Wonder if I could actually align them with the blueprint. Build mode. We might be able to. Maybe they're not as hard to place down as I was making them. If I can place them down with blueprint build mode, then this is going to be a lot easier to redo. Seeing this pattern of mats of all kind for a lot of electronics. Or mats, like desk mats. It's a very popular pattern. Because it's fucking sick. Definitely need some more height variations if I'm going to attach them with blueprint mode like this, because it looks way too uniform. Also, connecting them this way is not as easy. I think the border comment is honestly really good, though. And now that they're actually on the grid, yeah, maybe that's all it needed is to actually be on the same grid as the other stuff. Because I think that looks pretty cool. And then it can just border the river. And I can use it wherever there's a weird shape. Okay. Thank you guys for the consultation. Appreciate you helping the ideas flow. Always appreciated. It's a lot better? Yeah. Yeah, I just had to pre-plan how to coordinate them together, and I didn't. Okay, that's fine. I think that is the solution that lets all of this work. It's just gonna be a long time of removing all of these things. That's okay, for a good cause. Actually, can I... No, I think it's infinite dismantle that gives you the option to target multiple blueprints at the same time. That'd be so nice to have right now. Who could have guessed? A guideline is all that's needed. Who could have guessed? Well, I thought initially these were going to be used to kind of cover up this in a less than grid-like pattern. And they still are. That is still the point of this piece, is that they cover up the weird geography that I can't otherwise cover. I just have to have them start on the same grid. Then we'll be cooking. Like, with the knowledge that I can just blueprint tile these things along, this is going to be a lot faster to redo as well. We'll be good. It won't take nearly as long. I think the longest part is probably still going to be just this. Like, doing this along with the beams coming down. That's going to be the most menial. You got this? Thank you. Thank you for believing in me. It's hard to persevere sometimes. Hard. It's hard out here in my life. My life is very difficult. Can you cover the geography with foundations and snap the hex to them? Like you did for the ice in the Fixmas build. Maybe? I don't know if that would particularly help, because they can kind of already snap to each other. And I would, over here, I still do want the shape to follow the geography so that it's a little weird. Like, I don't want a grid of these hexes. You know. I still want them to kind of come up. Well, yeah, maybe I do want a grid of the hexes. I don't know. It could look cool. Make a shape when snapping the hex. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I just want to get it all tiled down first. I have to redo the tiling that I had before. Oh yeah, okay, that's how I do it. What's up, Pocket? Not gonna lie, I'm pretty hyped up for your Only Belts factory stream. I was thinking about that at the end of the day yesterday. I was like this close to making an OnlyFans account and then just beginning to post literally only my fucking logistics floors. I'm so close to doing that. I really just want to say that I have an OnlyFans and then direct people to it, and it's just like sensually themed pictures and videos of my logistics floors. Like I want to do that so fucking bad. I wish I'd had that idea um like before April Fools. Because that would have been the perfect thing to post. Doggo in promiscuous clothing? He's already naked, brother. he would be more clothed than he is now. Let's not sexualize the lizard doggos. They're good boys. And goyles. They're wholesome. Sexualize the factory, though. As long as the promiscuous clothing is just a construction hat. How about the promiscuous clothing is taking the construction hat off within a designated hard hat zone? Ooh. Getting a little naughty. God, I want to do this so bad. I gotta get the hard hat, though. I wonder if I could get him some little boots. Little work boots. Doggo in different hats. Cowboy doggo for $5. Dude, that's such a good idea. I did want to have... voice suggested setting up a throne page, which I hadn't heard of. It's like a way... If you guys... I could have like a wish list and you guys could buy stuff from it. I wanted to put some little doggo hats on there and like accessories for the doggo. But I just gotta set it up. I was incredibly busy yesterday, so I did not get a chance to put any of this in place. But all of it sounds amazing. Yeah, a little thing where you get to like dress up the dog. That'd be so sick. I would definitely need to make sure he sticks to the chair then, because he's got to be in frame. Is he still there? He is still there. Like, it scared me. We could get him little hats, get him little boots. Maybe we could get him a little bow tie. What the fuck just happened? Why did the lighting just change like that? Weird. God, I should have asked for weapons of mass dismantling as a mod. I have to be sure that what I'm placing down this time is actually correct. What's that? Oh, garbage.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an
Okay.
organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Research
Yeah.
the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
Okay. Thanks. That's exactly what I was thinking. Word for word. So helpful. Alright, let's break this up by going and actually placing some other ones down. Yeah, that is quite a bit easier if I just want to do it like that. It doesn't seem like it quite aligns perfectly, though. I don't know why they get, like, slightly offset every time. There's, like, that weird gap in the middle. It's probably just because I built it offset. Yeah, I can kind of see that I did. Like, this needs to be further that way. Oh well. We can still nudge. Still do a little nudge. Okay, and then what am I doing for this one? Because, this has this weird little nub that comes over. I think I might just want to rotate this piece to be different. Because I want the capacitors over here. Hmm. Yeah, this piece is oriented kind of stupid for this. That's a little too close. And also the rest of those pieces kind of get in the way. Maybe I could just remove one of the capacitors, and then I'll make the river, like, right here instead. We'll just custom fit this piece. I think that'll work. Maybe we could do a Lizard Doggo music video. Doggo Storm. The Doggo Sandstorm. Doo 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 doo. That's not a bad idea. Well, if you guys want to sponsor the doggo and get him like a gold chain, get him like a gold chain and a cool hat. Get him like a little model car. And maybe some other little doggos that I could put lipstick on. He can be hanging out in his whip with his bitches. Who needs Sandstorm when you could do a Doggo Storm? That's right. He's so versatile. I feel like he'd be up for it too. Look at him. He's good for anything. He would do anything. I feel like he's the kind of guy who you would just you call for some evening plans, and he would just show up. He doesn't even care what they are. He's just down to clown. At the drop of a hat, you know? He just looks like that kind of guy. Doggo driving a factory cart? No, how it would make that happen. That would be his whip though, I guess. That's right. That's true. I wonder if there's a mod that lets the doggos drive the factory carts. Dude, okay, if that doesn't exist, somebody needs to make it. I would use factory carts for... I would find a reason to use a factory cart if there was a mod that let the doggos drive them. That's such a good way. That should be in the base game, honestly. Okay, I guess I can't get rid of any of that. I think that should be in the base game. Make the factory carts... They're still, you know, not super useful because they only have one inventory slot, but you could use them for something. Employ the dogs. Might have to delete this. I would love that. I'm always looking for more things to give my doggos to do. I mean, right now they just hang out in the luxury facility that I've created for them. And play with electromagnetic control rods. They could be so much more fulfilled, though. Think about how much better of a life they could live if they worked in an Amazon warehouse. Can't you still dupe items in the factory cart? Oh, I don't know. I've never duped an item in me life. Not a filthy duper. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know these things. How do you know that? I don't know what the production chain looks like, but imagine using a fleet of factory carts to deliver Fixonium fuel rods to nuclear generators. Yeah, dude, that would be so sick. Honestly, with 1.2's vehicle pathing, you might be able to get a lot more use out of the factory carts. That Amazon comment sounds like Archie's IKEA factory. Oh, who's Archie? Saw a YouTube short saying you can dupe items in the cart. Have yet to attempt. Okay, okay. Good save. Yeah, I don't know. Never done tried it myself. There's another Fixonium fuel rods aren't necessarily made in high quantities. Yeah, so if you were making something that you had like less than a stack of, it could definitely be good. He's in for a short transport within a factory. Yeah, like very, very short. Okay, this side's gonna look a little bit weirder. Because it has to have that... you can't have this straight line. That's okay. It's still better than it was. Also, hi, Popeye. Here, wonder how well these clip in, though. Like, how well they nudge in. Not super well, but good enough. I think they're attempting to snap to this blueprint, which is kind of getting in the way. YouTube satisfactory guy with a voice that I don't particularly jive with. Oh, okay. I got you. I see. Is it just kind of like annoying? You don't have to answer. There's no need to I don't want to start any shit. I don't want to start any shit. I don't even know the guy. Saliva. Okay, say no more. Say no more. That actually does make me feel better about myself, though, because I feel like I sound like that when I listen back to my own recordings. I'm glad that that doesn't come through as much as I think it does. That super bugs me. It can be hard to get rid of, though. Some people just sound like that. Maybe I'll do the rest of this line first. Okay, I think this is looking a lot better. I haven't had to mute once, so I think you're good. Okay. That's nice to hear. It's nice to hear. Guess it's one of those things where I'm more aware of it than anybody else is. Me problem? I have nothing against him. Oh no, I wouldn't imagine so. You just don't vibe with some people. That's okay. Especially when the whole interaction that you have with a person is listening to them talk. It's better if, you know, you enjoy listening to that voice. All right. That's definitely going to be better than let's get another river going over here. And I think maybe I'll cap it off with some in the corner over here. I don't know how to close it off with the terrain. I might want to do that, or I might just leave it alone. I feel like if I am doing this, maybe I should put it around the side of the whole thing to make it look like it's more of an established theme. Feel bad because I told Total Eclipse a similar statement in a comment, and he said, "No problem, check out these vids. I stopped doing that around here." That's actually incredibly self-aware for him to say something like that. He was probably really aware of it, though. I mean, if I don't think you can spend that long editing your own stuff without being really aware of how your voice sounds and the problems that it has. But then again, some people just, I don't know if it's like they can't get rid of it or if they just actually don't care because they like put it out and it sounds like that anyway. I have a stage of, I mean, I just recently redid my recording audio, so like it sounds a lot different than it did before. I think I got one video out with the new audio settings. I've been fortunate enough to have no complaints about my voice other than... That's not really a complaint. I get told a lot that I sound like the How It's Made guy. And also that I sound like AI. But I think that's just bound to happen. If you put yourself out there on the internet now, everybody's just gonna pretend or think that. Like, some people are just gonna think that. But I definitely notice my own voice and the problems that it has, and like constantly try to make them better, try to fix it. I don't think you should feel bad though. I don't know. I don't think it's anything to feel bad about. As long as you're not being mean about it. As long as you're trying to be constructive. It's a help. Like I would want to know. Alright, I'm gonna have to do some of these manual, drop them down. Or I could just have it be a little bit rough. It is a constant struggle though, I feel, to improve audio. And it's hard. It's so nebulous. I've watched so many videos of like how to remove mouth noises or good baseline EQ settings on my sound. And a lot of them just give the same advice, like to attach the same kind of EQ, but then there's always the caveat of your voice is going to sound very much different than everybody else's voice, and so you kind of just have to keep fucking with it until you like it. But nobody ever really tells you what to do if you don't like it. If you never get to the point where you like it and you just keep fucking with it forever. Got some ads coming up in about 30 seconds, everybody. So I think as long as you're like striving to make it better, then that's good. Alright, we'll get rid of this area, and then I'll try and bring this down the wall in a better way. And then hopefully this is able to stay on the grid with this. It should be able to. It definitely looks more uniform. And I guess, I don't know. I kind of don't like that, but at the same time, it's going to be way easier to put signs underneath it. So maybe it's a good thing. It feels a little bad to undo all of the work that I spent the last day doing. But I think it needed to happen. Is that it? A couple more. There we go. Okay, and then where does this one stop? I guess it kind of stops like right here. Yeah, maybe I'll just do it along this side. Hmm. This is a little weird. If I shortened this, I think it would be okay. We just do like a custom adjustment on this one piece. We'll have some tiny little ram sticks. These ones are budget. Okay, I can't move this piece anymore though, because of how custom it is. Alright, that looks better. And we can just continue this pattern down. How do I actually get this one in place? I need to use the single. Guess trying to... That doesn't really align on the top of these. I could find a good spot to nudge it from. That'd be nice. Maybe like from here. I think I might just be doing these ones. Just eyeballing these ones. That's fine. I'll have a little bit of rock sticking through. It's rough. Could go one more layer out. Don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth the effort. Okay. Better. There's probably enough room over here to put another thing. I don't know what it is, but... Hey, Zero. What's going on, dude? Greetings to you. How are you today, brother? Oh, God. Yeah, plenty of room for that. Could get rid of this grass, possibly. By lifting this. I don't think there are any problems with me lifting this. I think there was when I was doing the other curve, but maybe there's not now. At work, the usual. On a break. Oh, well, I hope it's going good. I hope it's moving by quickly. Break ending? That's so sad. Break ending is the worst time. Ooh, maybe I could put one of the heat sinks right there, actually. Because there, it is already the capacitor right there. Wait, what happened to my big heatsink? Oh, it's just a LOD. Okay. Having a snack first. Ooh, I love a good snack. Speaking of snacks, I tried a new cheese yesterday. I tried some sheep cheese. I've been trying random fucking cheeses. And it was actually really good. It was Swiss. I'm usually not a Swiss cheese guy, but that changed my mind. I think I've just been eating bad Swiss. I've been wrong this whole time. Butts makes a good snack mix? They do. I really like a good trail mix. Like M&Ms and cashews. And just nuts. Little raisins. Love a good little assorted snack mix. Wait, is this height actually good? I should check before finishing it off. I think it is. The only thing it needed to do was cover up the grass here. So it should be good. Should be good. What if there was a Lizard Doggo Halloween costume contest? Like, including him? I think that could be a great idea. Honestly, there's enough people out there in the world that have these lizard doggos. It would kind of exclude a lot of people though, but I think it would be neat. I think the dogs in the game should just have costumes, personally. I would absolutely spend a bunch of time playing my dress-up doggo. Alright, gonna have to move that heatsink, because that is very much in the way. Oh, yeah, I guess this is weird too because this is moved over. Why did I do it that way? Because there's just like this blank strip here now and I don't... I think that was because the track moved differently before. It doesn't need to be like that now. Okay. I wonder if you blueprint a pipe full of liquid, will the pipe retain the liquid? I guess that wouldn't make sense, because you would have to have the liquid in your inventory, and you can't do that. Yeah, you'd have to blueprint like a packager. Never mind. Trying to think if there was a good way to get the fluid into this. Because I really like this guy over here. Where is he? That's not him. Hello? This isn't a place for you. I can't find it, actually. I think I might have deleted it. There was one of them that I had rocket fuel running through, and it looked really nice. I just have to manually load those if I want that. Once I have them all down the correct place. Okay, I might be able to fit something over here. It's gonna be very tight with the elevation. Hmm. Okay. I think for these areas that don't quite fit anything, we'll just have to fill them in manually. I'll do as much blueprinting as I can, but sometimes it's just not gonna happen, I think. Hey, what's up, Rice? How you doing, brother? What you up to today? Alright, let's delete this heatsink. That is unfortunately part of the blueprint. Hate seeing a good heatsink go to waste. But it must happen. I'd probably leave the fans underneath, though. That's fine. Playing Stardew, when I should be building factories. Well, farms are kind of just like factories for fruits and vegetables. Right? Right? Well, I hope your Stardew's going well. You know, I kind of always wish that Stardew had an automation of some kind. I feel like Stardew plus automation would go hard. I know it kind of defeats the purpose of spending your time, like, cultivating your farm. After I get starter aluminum online, I shall take an extended micro break. Extended micro break. Did you get that cleared? Did you get that cleared with the higher ups? You can essentially automate the farm now. Which is nice because there's a whole new island to explore. In the base game, you can. Also, new island. Has the game gotten, like, a major update? I know you can get as far as the sprinklers to not have to water anymore. I know you still have to, like, as far as I know, you still have to plant and harvest, though. The updates 1.4 through 1.6 added a ton. Really? I didn't realize the game was still being updated in that capacity. Like, to the point where they're actually adding new content. Or I guess he's adding new content. It's still, is it still just a one-man dev team? Concerned Ape. He's still doing all of it himself. A mad lad. There's auto grabbers for farm animals, and you can use Junimo huts for harvesting. The only thing you really have to do is plant the seeds. Oh, that's actually pretty sick. Yeah, I guess I haven't played Stardew in a while. Maybe I should play it again. Concerned Ape is forever updating Stardew. He's making a new game though, right? Making Haunted Chocolatier. I figured that would probably be taking up the dev time, but I mean, he's a fucking madman for building Stardew Valley on his own like he did, so I guess he's not normal. He's far more powerful than I would have assumed. Compared to the last time I played it, this is an entirely new experience. Okay. Yeah, it's been a few years. Been a few years since I played. Last time I played almost an entirely vanilla experience, but I did use a mod to change the layout of the farm. I think the default farm layout is a little bit boring. So as long as that mod's updated, I could definitely give it another try. It'd be really fun. Chocolate Game is on hold and he's focusing on Stardew 1.7. Okay. Chocolate Game. Some stay dry and others feel the game. I mean, honestly, that makes a lot of sense. Stardew Valley kind of defined a generation of games. It is like the comfy farm game. Yeah, I saw there was a little anniversary update, but I guess it's been getting even more than I thought. Posted and stated that Haunted Chocolatier will not waylay Stardew. That's probably smart, yeah. Chocolate Game might be more of a passion project at this point. Oh yeah, I didn't have them on the side. I had them on the top. I said that if he makes a Stardew Valley 2, it will probably be free, because he doesn't care about money. Man who made one of the most successful games of all time does not care about money. He's in a good position to say that, I would imagine. I feel like at this point, how do you even make a Stardew Valley 2? Like, wouldn't he just... I feel like he would just keep updating the game forever. There's no way that Stardew Valley 2, like, ends up being superior, I feel. He's probably have to go down a little bit. That's so cool that he's still doing it, though. I love that. It does show a lot of passion. Okay, how does that look under the road? I think it looks great. I think actually this is going to be awesome because 2 points along this drive, you're going to be able to look down and see the glow of the hexagons underneath. This one especially, although you might be distracted by driving towards, well, it's not there yet, but I have plans for a pretty big centerpiece that goes right there. That's ideal though. If you're looking at that and then you look down and see the thing and you're like, "Ooh, that's cool," and then you crash, then that's what I want. Late reply time. The extended micro break was not approved by the higher ups. I have to take a break. The math is hurting my brain now. All right. Fair enough. Math hurts my brain constantly. Constantly. Alright, let's get rid of this guy. This was a nice attempt, but I do think that the other way is better. I do actually a little bit yearn for some math while I'm doing this. Building in this creative event has definitely made me realize that there's a reason why Satisfactory is my favorite game. And it is the math. It is the combination of cool builds and math. Because, like, this is fun, but it's definitely not as fulfilling as making Factory. You said meth at first. Yeah, this meth is hurting my brain. Like, I could be one of those people who spends 1,500 hours building a castle in creative in Minecraft, but I would not find the same level of satisfaction as I would just building, I don't know, like even a much smaller scale thing in Satisfactory, but like it works and does something. It's that combination of functional and beautiful that makes it really feel worthwhile in the end. And helps guide. Helps guide. Agreed, but I need a breather. Yeah. Yeah, well, nothing wrong with pacing yourself. As long as the factory continues growing. You know what, Fix It is a long-term, has a long-term mindset. If a micro break now means efficiency later, then you micro break. Relax my brain for phase 4 prep. Did you just kind of finish up with, you said you were doing aluminum? Yeah, starter aluminum. I gotcha. Yeah, so I know where you're at. It's a daunting place to be. Spooky. Satisfactory is the first game that the completion time is in years. Yeah, I know. I know. Me too. Like even just through the main objectives. I passed 2,000 hours not that long ago. And yeah, I haven't even begun phase 4 production. I haven't even started it. Or I guess, no, I have a little bit. Because aluminum is phase 4. Do aluminum, then rest up. Yep. You feel yourself slowing down a bit the further you get along because you don't want to finish? No. No, because I still have a lot of projects that I want to do. I don't feel myself slowing down because of that. I feel myself slowing down a little bit right now because I'm waiting for updates. I'm waiting for 1.2. It's like a weird mental thing where, I don't know, even though I know I'm going to be playing the same save on either side of 1.2, I'm like, I kind of don't want to go as hard before it comes out. So no, I don't think I have that going on where I like don't want to finish the game. I can't foresee myself finishing the game because it's so far away still. There's so many production chains that I want to try that I haven't even begun. And I still got to go backwards a little bit and do some stuff that I didn't do, you know. Modeler plan to just finish phase 4 and 5. I've already spent about 10 hours setting up machines to set up the machines I need. Yeah. So just to finish, not to do anything crazy, just to get through them. And it's already taken that much time. So it's holding me from starting 1.2 and then I'll go hard. Well, I heard that the next experimental update, or actually it might already even be out, is the last experimental branch. And then 1.2 is going to launch. Although, then I was on the dev stream and I heard Mikhail say that launch of 1.2 is sometime in 2026, which does not inspire confidence in that previous statement. Who told me that, actually? I'm trying to remember who went and got the notes. Because I wasn't actually there for the stream itself. It's only like 1/500th of the phase 5 requirements. Well, that's okay. You can sip your tea and just wait. Well, actually, I guess it might be coffee for you. It's tea for me. It always has been, but it's probably coffee. Depends on how it plays on experimental. Instant updates and updates that take 6 months. Yeah, I guess that doesn't really say anything. Even if it is the last one, the last experimental update, it might still not be that close time-wise. That is true. Well, I mean, hopefully it comes out soon. I really want it. I know they probably can't give a definitive timeline until they know that all of the bugs are fixed, which means that it's just going to have to keep getting updated and worked on until it's ready, and it'll be ready when it's ready. Gotta focus at work. I'll be back. Alright, Zero. We'll have a good time at work. I'll see you later, brother. I don't want it to be rushed, though. I don't want it to be rushed. Taking their time and making sure that it's working when it comes to stable is a lot better. If it was beta still, I would expect faster, but since it's full release, they have to make sure they don't break anyone's save. Beta was kind of implied every update could break your save. Yeah, and the game's on console now. Which means that they have to go through the approval process for their stuff over there too. I know they said that is also a difference between PC and console. So like there's the beta to 1.0 reason, and then there's also the PC to console reason, which is there are a lot higher expectations on console. As they said, it's easier to think of a game that you run on your PC as an application which can break. Then problems are just expected, but on a console, if your console game crashes, then it feels way worse. Or like has issues. And they have to get the updates approved. They can't just put them out. Like on PC, you can just put out a hotfix. But on console, you have to go through a bunch of pre-approval to even put out a hotfix. They can't just do that. So if there's an issue, then it can take a really long time to resolve. They probably want to make sure that they have those issues resolved before they even begin attempting to go through the pre-approval for getting it on console. Heard they fixed the hover pack bug? I heard that too. Since then I could actually use power switches. Yeah, I would be really interested to see if that was what was causing my water problems in my coal plant as well. Because after you said that, sometime after you said that, I realized that little micro stop at like when you're switching grids, it fucks with fluids because it stops fluids from pumping for just a moment, which means that your buffers eventually run dry. Like I've been losing my fucking mind trying to diagnose some of my fluid stuff. I think that might be why. Because if it stops for just a second, if it's otherwise like well balanced, then what could it be, you know? Something like 2 weeks to get MicroSlop approved for their update. Yeah. Yeah, and imagine it's just an update that like fixes a tiny little thing, like one thing. But you got to go through the whole approval process for all of it. 100%. Anytime a perfectly balanced system is not perfectly running, that's my first guess. Yeah, maybe I was suffering the consequences of that without even realizing that that was my problem. But it would make sense. Hopped on Jake's stream and it was happening to him, pointed it out, and live demonstrated that it was in fact the bug. Yeah. It's just hard to believe, like, they must just not have known how to fix it. Because I know that it's been a known bug for a long time. So I wonder what changed that now they're able to fix it. But regardless, I'm glad to hear that. Because that bugged the hell out of me. And I was losing my fucking mind. I thought I was doing something wrong. But I quintuple fucking checked that goddamn water flow in that power plant, and there's no way I did anything wrong. There's no fucking way. It's not possible. And at the time, I didn't know about that bug. So I really did think it was me. Wish they would have made a fuel version. Problem solved. Honestly, it could be a simple, if this is greater than the total power, then this is greater than the total remaining power. Yeah, like something hidden, something really simple that, you know, they would never have looked at as the culprit, but it was all along. There's only one thread about that bug? Searched high and low to try to figure out what the fuck was happening. Found only one thread that pointed me in the right direction. Did you start one after that? Did you like make one of your own? As I wonder how it got enough visibility to get fixed if it was just that one thread. Were you a good, satisfactory Samaritan? Pointed it out for them? No, I didn't. It was already on the official bug report for 6 years. That is a long time. Different priorities, I guess. It's weird though, because I know how many people want 100% efficient systems. I mean, it's me as well. I might be a beauty builder, but if I set my mind to a 100% efficient system and that thing doesn't fucking work because of a bug, that's really frustrating. Well, hearing that they got around to it now, better than never. It'll be a high priority on my list. Also, I don't think it happens to everybody, and that's why it was never high on the list. Yeah, or people were just assuming that it was their problem, like I did with my water. I just thought, I'm doing something wrong here, and I don't know what it is. Especially when it's to do with fluids. Like, what if everybody's super frustrated with fluids, and it's actually not fluids that are the problem, but that's just the place where it shows up the most? Like, it's entirely possible that everybody's fluid problems, once they solve headlift, are literally just to do with this one bug, but everybody just thinks it's a pipe issue. Very niche bug nobody knows about. Yeah. I just leave the fuel plant alone and never return. Sometimes I still go back through my coal power plant and I see those empty pipes at the end and I'm like, fuck. Like, I'll go touch my coal gen and it's running at like 60% efficiency. I'm like, why? Also, it still has a weird fucking bug where one of the pipe flow indicators is slightly higher than all of the other ones. I don't know what that's attributable to. But I'm still upset about it. 1,800 hours later. Get that one fixed too. Some people just aren't as critical or moist. Nice. Yeah, there aren't that many penguins that play this game either. So, you know. Thinking about a lot of fluid problems are power problems. Yeah, it's like that would cause a lot of problems given enough time. If you like repeatedly came back to the same same power plant and looked at it over time. Tried to tell them it was that bug and nobody would believe me. You're the madman, but actually not. You're the doomsayer that actually turns out to be telling the truth. They called me crazy. I'm not crazy. Hopefully it feels good to be vindicated. And also hear that that might be finally getting fixed. Isn't that to do with the minimum pipe spline length? The flow meters? I wish. Nothing that I could find. It is I mean I could go to my coal plant and show you. It's literally the same pipe going down to 16 different generators and only one of them is at a different spot. I can go to the other side where like there's 8, so they're split into 8 on either side. 8 of them are completely normal, and then 7 on the other side are completely normal, but there's one at the end that is committing fuckery. Only one. I might be crazy doesn't change the fact that I'm right. Now though, if the fluid problems aren't fixed, then we'll have to find something else to complain about. Actually gonna have to learn how to fluid I think I know pretty well how to fluid now, though. It honestly doesn't seem like it's that bad. I just point to this power bug. All right, this is looking good. We're actually more aligned to the grid now. Do wish I could have that along the entire thing, but just kind of the nature of hexagons, that's not possible. What's up, voice? We factory fluid. Okay. Yes, we do, I suppose. What's up, brother? I think fluids are really fun to interact with. You get to work with pipes. I love pipes. I just don't want to deal with their fuckery. Hear ye, hear ye. Pipe fuckery is no more. Greatest headline of all time. Can I ask why your character is a Monopoly man? Oh, that's a good question, actually. I don't know. I commissioned that at some point a long time ago, and I just kept using it because it's the coolest thing that I have. Like, I could make something myself, but it would be a lot less cool. I don't know why it was ever that. I just thought it was fancy. It was fancy. That's really it. I've thought about changing it, but I don't know what to change it to. I feel like I would end up commissioning someone to make something new, and it would be like a side grade. I kind of just like the thing that I have. Pipes look good, especially at scale. Like 50 pipes coming in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love a lot of pipes coming in. Absolutely. Big fan of pipes at scale. Distinguished gentlemen. Yes. Yeah, I guess I did. I ended up making like or commissioning a couple of them. The gold Jeezy. Yeah, the gold Jeezy. I thought that was cool. Oh, I could make like a normal one and then have a golden one for the tier 3 sub. I think I ended up moving it down to the tier 2 sub because I thought the tier 3 sub was a little fucking expensive. Yeah, that was really it. That was my idea of the distinguished class. Is just wearing a top hat and a monocle and having a mustache. But actually, you know what? You know what I heard the other day? You know what blasphemy I heard the other day is that the Monopoly Man actually doesn't have a monocle. And that's actually a Mandela effect that he never has. Oh, is it at tier 3? Oh, okay. I guess I didn't. Never mind. Gotta entice the whales. I just feel like it would be good to have something, because, like, it exists. The sub-tier exists. He doesn't. Yeah, apparently he doesn't, and he never has. And, that seemed like something that was wrong. That seemed wrong. But it's true. You know who does? Mr. Peanut. Yeah, I heard that as part of that conversation as well. That Mr. Peanut actually has the monocle, and that I think people are confused about the Monopoly Man versus Mr. Peanut, but that's weird. I guess they are both kind of fancy dudes. They are both fancy guys. So maybe that's reasonable to be confused between the two of them. Yeah, but Mr. Peanut doesn't have a mustache, right? But hear me out. If the Monopoly Man and Mr. Peanut had a child, it would have a monocle. It would probably look like, well, I guess it depends on what do you think the dominant genes are? Do you think the dominant genes would have the peanut, would it have like a peanut texture on a human face? Would it come out of the womb with a monocle? What is a monocle genetic is what I'm asking. Do you think that Mr. Peanut's monocle is part of him? Or do you think it's just an accessory? I'm just wondering. Like the Addams Family baby has a mustache. Yeah, like that. He doesn't have ears, so it has to be attached by flesh. Isn't a monocle held on to you by, like, just putting it in here, like, in between your eye bones and, like, scrunching? Do you have to have an ear? Or is it are you talking about the chain that, like, goes to the side? Hmm. Sounds incredibly uncomfortable. That's what I've always thought that. I've always thought that. That monocles look like they're really uncomfortable. But maybe they weren't worn, like, all the time. Because they were probably just for reading. But I always see people who have, you know, depictions of people who have monocles. They're wearing them all the time. They just have it on. Like, how do you keep that on? String which is attached to a pocket. Yeah, so it could... So you could hold it on your eye, and then when someone tells you something really shocking, you could go, "Egads!" and it would fall off of your eye, like, dramatically. I think that's probably why it is like that. That's the official design reason. In this case, there's no pocket or ear to attach to. The string is the flesh. Monocle is genetic. Well, there you go. Well, that means that if the allele for Peanut Monocle is dominant, then the baby would be born with a monocle. So we have to get a geneticist in here and ask them if Peanut Monocle is dominant or recessive. Anybody know any peanut experts? Is it only for people with one bad eye? No, I think... for one bad eye. No, I think that's why it was probably not on all the time. Because it would probably be really not only physically uncomfortable, but wouldn't it fuck with your vision so that like everything looks half blurry? I think you probably only put it on when you needed to read something. It's like holding a magnifying glass up to your eye. But then I don't know why the depiction of the monocle is always on. That's why it's weird to me. Because it's uncomfortable enough to wear glasses. And they're, like, designed for long-term wear. Dude, imagine living in, like, an age before readily available, glasses. Like, you'd just be fucking blind and there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely suck. You got ads coming up here in just a moment, guys. My friend wears glasses, but one lens is non-prescription. But their other eye is just perfect? Because I understand having two different prescription lenses, but do they just have a perfectly fine eye? Did they, like, get an injury or something? Or they're just like that? I feel like the idea of a monocle is so absurd as like a regular wear. This is like to fix my vision thing. That it's kind of just it's for rich people to just flaunt how useless they are. Like, look at me, I'm so useless that I could get away with having only one functional eye. I do nothing. I do nothing throughout my entire day that requires me to be able to actually see. I feel like the Monopoly Man has a monocle gene that was recessive, so the gene is there. With Mr. Peanut's gene being dominant, the baby would have a higher chance of having the monocle gene. Do you think that there was a predecessor to the Monopoly Man that did have a monocle, and that's why people think that? It's been a long time since I've taken a genetics class. But, I think as long as, Mr. Monopoly's granddad was born out of two parents, where one of them had a recessive gene and the other one did not have a dominant gene, then there would be a chance that Mr. Monopoly's grandfather did have a monocle. Big questions. I think it's just like that? Oh, okay. My eyesight is bogus. My eyesight is bogus too. My eyes are fucking terrible. I didn't know for a long time either. Like, nobody told me the world wasn't supposed to be blurry. I just figured it out. You know what I would do when I was in school as a young lad? I would yawn intentionally to make my eyes water so that I could see the chalkboard because I couldn't otherwise see it from how far away I was sitting. Like 10 feet away. My eyesight is fucking awful. But I'd have to force my eyes to water so that I could see the board. I thought that was just how things were. Nobody told me that wasn't normal. I don't know what happened. If maybe one day one of the teachers saw me doing that and is like, what the fuck, are you okay? And then I got glasses. And now I can see. Lizard Doggo Monopoly guy? Oh, it's like a replacement icon. I have thought about that. I could get someone to draw something for me. Honestly, I've thought about asking Feldy to draw a lizard doggo with a monocle for me. I think that actually could be a good replacement. Like channel icon. It would be it would keep some of the old alive while, you know, ushering in the new. Probably just fashionable. Yeah, probably. I guess people do a lot of stupid things for fashion. Like people, I don't know, wearing garbage bags. Fashion always pushes the envelope on what's incredibly stupid. So like, yeah, it could have been that it was just fashionable. Like maybe it had a function and somebody was like, "Ooh, I like the way that looks. I'm just gonna start doing that." I found proof of monocle posted in Discord. You guys got proof? Oh. From the 1996 edition. It is there. It's right there. You can see it going into the jacket. Well, that's from an earlier edition. Maybe this is Sir Monopoly Senior. That's definitely it though. I see it. Clear as day. It's there. If you mix Mr. Peanut and Mr. Monopoly's genetics, they would become blind in both eyes and just have glasses. I like that this has spawned an actual conversation about how their genetics would end up. The love child of two fictional mascots. It would be a left and right eye monocle. Oh yeah, double monocle. Well, that's double as fashionable then. As a glasses wearer, I don't know who would intentionally wear glasses for fashion, but I guess that's just me. Grass is always greener. If somebody doesn't have to wear them, then they probably would. I, given the opportunity, would throw my glasses into Mount Doom and watch them slowly sink to the bottom. And never think about it again if I had the chance. Like, if I actually just had better vision. All the other money from that edition, he has no eyewear. Why would they do this? Why would they do this to us? I think the Monopoly Mandela effect you're talking about is the same as how Fruit of the Loom was gaslighting people. Yeah, with the cornucopia thing. Yeah, wasn't there... What is the Mandela effect surrounding that? That there's, like, there's never been a cornucopia? But people say that there is? Whose monocle is more fashionable, though? Mr. Peanut or Mr. Monopoly? I think they're the same. I think they're about the same. They're just like black. Black with a chain. My wife always says she wants glasses because of how they look. I tell her not to speak that curse upon herself. Yeah, she does not know. She does not know of that of which she speaks. It is the hard life out here for us glasses havers. AHVW, what's up? I like my eyes to be good before I throw my glasses away. No, that's what I'm saying. Like if I could just have my eyes be better and not have to wear glasses, I would gladly do away with them. You know, as a foil to people who already have good vision and want to use them as a fashion accessory. All these purple names, dude, it's a little confusing, I gotta say. Y'all are all purple. My chat is entirely purple, almost. Jeezy, you were the fruit to my loom. What does that even mean? What is the fruit of the loom? Because a loom, I guess a loom is something that you use to make textiles and fabrics, and the fruit of the loom is the fruit of the effort put into the loom to make the fabrics. Yeah? You were the effort to my... You were the consequence of my effort. Aw, that's so sweet. They lied because it was popular around that time. Has this been declassified? Is this declassified information about the lying of the fruit of the loom? I mean, I like my glasses. Now you're allowed to like your glasses. I hate my glasses. I wanted LASIK for a while, but I heard it can totally fuck you up irreversibly. I mean, I've heard horror stories about, like, yeah, it can be bad. I mostly lost my steam on LASIK because I heard that it can just not take and you can have to have it redone. I thought it was like a permanent thing. But apparently it is, for a lot of people, it's not permanent. Doesn't actually fix your eyes forever. But I don't know, it's like, it's probably just different, varies from person to person. Maybe I'll wait a little bit though, if I do decide to go for it. It's definitely like a vanity expense. It's not necessary, but it would be kind of cool. This is the deepest thought anyone has ever had about the fruit of the loom. Well, I'm here to ask some big questions today. We're deep in it. I just gotta know. I mean, haven't you ever been curious? Like, what even is that? What does that mean? Prentice had 3 separate surgeries and his eyes continue to have problems. For LASIK? Yeah, fuck that. You were the fruit to my loom is a line from a song. Oh, okay. They must have had the deep thought. No? They must have had the deep thought about Fruit of the Loom. I'm just curious about these things, you know? I got questions. I got a lot of questions. And I need answers. Okay, this is looking pretty good. What is going on over here, though? Is that just LOD weirdness? Oh, it's not happening anymore. Okay, that's fine. Separating them along the bottom and the top actually looks pretty good, too. I could just cut out, like, a little bit in the middle. I don't know. Appreciate the deep thought. Too many people have no curiosity. I'm curious about everything. I want to know how fucking everything works. I've always been like that. One of the things that my grandma always tells me that she remembers about me as a kid is that I would always want to know how things worked. And I would always try to take them apart. Figure them out. I'm trying to maintain that. It gets harder as you get older, I think, to just not accept things the way they are and to be curious about them, but it's good. There's something that I've been really enjoying doing whenever I remember to do it, is to be like really, really interested in something that would otherwise be completely mundane. Like if you just take something in front of you and just look at it, just like fucking really look at it, like look at this fucking thing and just examine it, you know? Kind of a good mindfulness technique to like keep you in the moment. But also, you might notice something cool about something that you've had around you for a really long time you didn't notice. Because you just, you know, took it at face value, just kind of you just ignored it. I'm not going to be able to get this. Yeah, just barely. I think keeping a curious mind is healthy. I don't know, might seem silly to say. I think being curious about very simple things helps you stay a little bit less stoic, a little bit more flexible in things that matter. It doesn't let you get stuck in your ways as much. Approaching little things with curiosity makes me realize that there's a lot of shit that I don't know about even really basic stuff. And then it, you know, it informs my ability to be humble about things that really matter. At least, I hope so. I try to allow it to. And it just means you don't always assume that you're correct about something. Which is an absolute blessing. I think it just makes you a better person to talk to. Like, how many people do you know that you just have a conversation with them and they just think that they know everything? Like, how fucking annoying that is. Especially when they're wrong. Even more so when they don't. I don't want to be that guy. Is exactly why I want to know how Mr. Peanut and Mr. Monopoly's love child would look. Because if I don't ask this question, then who will? Is his name Mr. Monopoly, by the way? Or is he's the Monopoly guy? Is his name John Monopoly? What is his full legal name? His name is Milburn Pennybags. No fucking way. Milburn Rich Uncle Pennybags is a nickname. Okay. Mr. Moneybags? Apparently it's Mr. Pennybags. Rich Uncle Pennybags. Yeah. Milburn. There you go. I learned something new. Based off JP Morgan. JP Morgan, like the bank? Is that I guess that was just a dude at some point. The man. The myth. The bank. I didn't know it was a bank. I'm pretty sure it's a bank. It just sounds like it should be a bank. Even if it's not, it sounds like it should be. It just has a name that sounds very bank-like. Sounds like he should be a banker. You get a certain level of importance, though, when somebody uses your full name. Like, either you're important or you're in trouble with your mom. Those are the only times where someone uses your full name. Or when the fucking government wants money from you, I guess. Like, you were either being referenced in a history textbook, or you just smeared poop on the walls. And your mom's upset with you. That's been a long time since anybody's used my, like, said my full name to me. I would be concerned. Okay, that's really weird. Dude, if my middle name was Sebastian, that'd be sick, though. I've always liked the name Sebastian. Get that out of your mouth. Get down from there. Get that out of your mouth. I always say the full legal name of my best friend when he doesn't listen, as he never does. Does that get his attention? I had a snake named Sebastian? Dude, that's sick. I love that. I love that for you, and I love that for him. Or her. I'm gonna do this jump just for fun. Let's do a jump. Have a little jump break. Jump break. Whee! Oh, it's hard to drive. I'm gonna leave all of my explorers down there. Know how many times I've tested it. That was fun. I'm missing the donut though. Usually it works, but it's starting to lose its effect. But yeah, I'm sure he's getting used to it now. I should probably put this, yeah, attached to here. Named him after the Formula One driver, Sebastian Vettel. I'm sure that Sebastian Vettel is honored to have had a snake named after him. Let's see if that's too high. Might be too high. Nope, it's perfect. These things skid around a lot. Oh, it looks really cool coming back, actually, as well, the ring. Okay, I want to try doing the jump off the corner for a second. See how, like, actually doable that is as a shortcut. He did win the F1 championship that year, so I kind of take credit for that. You gave him your good snake luck. Hmm. Don't know that that's going to be any faster, but that's not my job to figure out. That is all of the racers who are going to do the race. What happens if you fall off? Are there tracks to get back on? There's going to be a mod or some kind of system that lets you just, if you get out of your Explorer, you'll be teleported back to a checkpoint. I don't know if that's going to be complete with Aleki 2 or not. But as far as I know, I don't think it is. Unfortunately. Yeah, you should just go back to wherever they set it. I don't know if they're going to do like a checkpoint per zone or if they're going to do more. That's not my job. Oh yeah, I can't curve metal pillars. That's right. Obnoxiously. Uh, okay. I just want to support for this. I want it to look like rubber. Rubbery. We do shiny black. Maybe that looks good. I think I want the entire bottom of this thing covered up with walls. Is that going to clip out? It is a little bit. That should be fine, though. Alright, try and get another one on the other side. Hopefully it's the same. A little hard to get it in exactly the same spot, though. Is it 2 or 3? It was 3. Did this not go far enough out? I guess this one's a different orientation. Okay, so there's just gonna be a hole in the middle. I think that's fine. Let me in. Let me through! Hello? Okay. Probably just nudge this one over then. That is actually not in the middle. I mean, that looks pretty centered to me. Just the hole. Just do another one of these in the middle then. That way I don't have to worry about it. Oh wait, these are overlapped, aren't they? Yeah, so it is kind of in the middle. Gonna have to eyeball it though. Alright, looking good. Let's get some signs on it. I think signs coming up like this will look good. Close enough, maybe? There we go. Alright, let's see if white is good. I could also double it up. To do like this. think the double looks way better. Are they going to the very edge? Oh, they are. That actually looks fine. Glad for my very tiny micro nudge. Works wonders. Looks nice. Very nice. I do think I want some more light going along this, though. Should I do that in the blueprint designer? Let's just try it out here. It shouldn't take that long to get it working. I think I might want a small billboard. I'll try it out. I don't know if it's going to be too big. I want this to be a contrasting color, which I think might be like a blue. Something that contrasts with the orange. I think like a light blue would be good. Something like that. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Also looks really good with the pipes, the copper pipes. They do kind of clip out a little bit. Is it super noticeable? Yeah, I think it is. So to get it to not clip, I would want to use portrait signs. I think. It'd be a little thinner on the inside. It'd also have the overlapping lines, which I don't know if that's going to be okay or not. Try it, though. It doesn't look bad, but it's going to be hard to get them centered. And I think it might look better with this guy. I guess since people are going to be approaching it from one direction, maybe I could just have the clipping more visible on this side. Because you can see it from this side, but you're not going to be, like, as close to it. So we could hide the clipping over here. Let's try that. And then I have to sneak in here for this one. They're still going to do a little bit of weird overlapping, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Oh, it looks so fucking good, though. Do I even need it in the areas behind the pipes? Maybe I don't. If I don't, then that solves the problem of the clipping. Come now. I think that looks pretty damn good on its own. I don't think it needs anything else. That's the fucking arc reactor. Alright, we get some signs on the other side, doing the same thing. Actually, let's get a little bit more trim over here, too. We can definitely get a little bit of this. Just trimming away. Hopefully it looks okay that it's just kind of in this. I think it does. I think it's fine. Did I make this stick out too much? Maybe? No, it looks about the same. Okay. So that's the jump. The centerpiece for the jump. I think it looks really good. That's awesome. Thanks. Let's turn the lights off. We gotta know how it looks at nighttime. Oh, it looks badass at nighttime. Hell yeah. That's the perfect contrast for the yellow. Oh, I'm so fucking glad I decided to go and do a jump. I think the track is gonna be so much cooler now. That is awesome. I really hope that they go with the cycling day-night and you can drive this at night. Because I think it looks so much cooler at night. Jarvis, crease this man's Jordans. Arc reactor. Yeah, I love the arc reactor. It looks so good. I think I did orient this thing correctly too. Because I like seeing the glow on the pipes. And it glows easier on this side than it does on the other side. Let's fucking get these guys out. These guys are bugging me. Eh. Ow. Oh, the way that it shines down on the little hexes is cool too. Very neat. Okay. Let's do a few signs on the other side too. So you see them when you're coming back. Put that as a shared blueprint. I wouldn't be mad. Or showed how to build it. This one actually wasn't too bad. I want to put all these things out as available blueprints. But for now, I'm kind of keeping them under wraps because I'm building on behalf of the race team. I don't want any of my stuff to be, like, too available. Once the race is actually out and people can get in the map, then I have no problem doing that. But for now, we keep it under wraps. I mean, like, I did stream making it. Trying to remember when I made it, though. So it's not like fully secret. I think it was just the curve mod to make the ring of big metal pillars, and then it's super easy to do the pipes, actually. It's just pipeline wall supports on all 4 sides. And then you just do like, here, I'll show you. I'll show you one of them. Because it is actually pretty easy. You just use the curve mode on the clean pipeline. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. And you do 1 to whatever the next one is. So yeah, oh, these ones, the interior ones I did to the next one. And that gives you this nice curve of like the wire wrap. Then along the top I just did a straight curve. But yeah, do one of the interior angles as like this one to the next one, this one to the next one, and so on. So there wasn't, the pipes were super easy. The hardest part was getting these angles aligned with each other because the big metal pillars here are slightly overlapped with each other. In order to get the actual perfect circle. Yeah, not too bad to put it together, honestly. If, you know, you're a curve mod enjoyer. I'm sure, I know there's a way that you can do this type of circle with a different method, though. Is it an octagon? Let me check. Yeah, how many sides is it? Let's start from the top. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No, it is whatever a 16agon is. Ask someone who knows about shapes. I don't know what that is. It's not an octagon. It's got 16 sides. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, I didn't use the... Wait, how did I make this? Because I didn't use the curve builder. Because you can't use the curve builder with big metal pillars in this server. I did some fuckery to get this. If you have curve builder, this is insanely easy. Just make a circle with 16 sides. Using the curve builder and big metal pillars. Yeah, I guess I did that the hard way. I don't even remember how. I guess I blacked it out. Trauma response. Will attempt. I hope it goes well. Hexadecagon. There you go. Yeah, hex 6, dec 10. Hexadecagon. So would a pentadecagon be a 15-sided shape? And an octadecagon would be an 18-sided shape? Pocket was faster than me? Well, you gotta be quicker than that. I appreciate that. Appreciate the information. Pentadecagon is 15-sided. Okay. Trying to apply my new facts that I've just learned. Apply that new logic. Oi! Lotido. What is up? Me lucky charms. Someone stole your Lucky Charms. Hello? Let me select. Oh, I do have a little bit of rock clipping. That's okay. I think I can lift that middle one. Or just put something completely unrelated here because it's in the middle of the goddamn pillar, so I might just do that by hand. You'd be able to make the smoothest curves if you made an octadecagon with foundations and stretched it out a few miles. Yeah. A few miles? Close to being done with this PoE season. Oh, you finishing up? Has it been a good one for you? It'd be a really big round circle. Oh, you mean if you did like closed, if you did a closed loop on it? Yeah. I guess it would be. League was fantastic. Nice. I kinda... Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I've heard very good things from basically everybody. They really liked it. Here, maybe I'll lift this up. I'll start replacing it with other pieces so I can get more variance down here too. I definitely need a fourth piece. I think I'm trying to stretch these 3 pieces too far. I think I also need to finish decorating this one, because this one's missing a piece a little bit. Bauxite outcrops don't trigger a voice line when mined for the first time. It's a shame. I'm always down for more Ada voice lines. Yeah, I guess they don't. Did my challenges, made a few GigaChad builds. You kinda what? Kinda skipped it, I think. I didn't skip it. I played a Death's Oath character to 96, I got my Void Stones, and I was done. I played it, I just didn't play it for very long. I think I've realized that I can't play a PoE League for more than a single character's worth of time anymore. Like, I'm just not going to make a second character, because the second I make a second character, and then I have to go through all of the leveling pains of a second character, I hate the game. And I just don't enjoy it as much anymore. Like, I feel like the ideal amount of time to play PoE for is exactly as long as it takes to get one character to maps, and then map around for a while. I am not a multi-character grinder anymore. I am a one-character League Andy now. That is the way to be. That is the way for me. I know. It is kind of sad, isn't it? It is kind of sad. I had to come to terms with it myself. We'll lift this one up too. Still an amazing game that I love a lot. But with the amount of time that I want to spend playing this game, working on my own projects, and actually going outside and doing things, it's just not really feasible anymore. To spend all of that time grinding. And it's not as satisfying as it used to be, honestly. I think I've grown past it. Ah, fuck you. Small hill with flowers. Fucking spits on you. Slash me rips all these flowers out by my bare hands. Okay. Does it need to lift up even more then? I guess so. I've got a lot of vertical clearance here that I can make use of. What is happening to my voice? I did some gardening IRL. Nice. What are you growing? Dude, gardens are fucking sick. Real life gardening is so cool. I love a colorful little flower garden. It's a flower garden, nothing edible. Yeah, that's fine. I've done edible gardens before, but I've also just done flower gardens. They're good too. I've for edible stuff I've grown tomatoes and corn. Oh man, freshly shucked corn that you've grown yourself over an entire season tastes so fucking good. Tastes goddamn amazing. So does a tomato plucked straight off the vine. I want a garden eventually. You should. You should if you have the opportunity to. I think it's so relaxing and satisfying to just watch something grow over time. Like, you have cultivated this thing. And you literally can't rush it. You can't rush it, you have to wait. Hey Hans, what's up, dude? Taking a break from your mage duties to come say hello? I can recommend spinach, easy to grow. Homegrown spinach. That'd be nice. Strawberries and raspberries. You don't know what they taste like if you've never had garden fresh. Oh yeah, some fresh garden fruit. I never have. I never have. But I would love to. Get this, they actually have flavor. I mean, I don't know what kind of strawberries you're eating. The strawberries that I get always have flavor. I mean, I guess I don't know, because I've never had a garden fresh, as you say. I'm ignorant. I'm living in a land of shadow. And my brain is clouded. But I feel like the strawberries I get are already good. The strawberries at the place I shop at are always pretty good. So not much different than having kids. Maybe a little bit different. Same old, just finished band practice. Nice, nice. Can't do store-bought raspberries or strawberries. It's like eating styrofoam. Oh. Really? It must be like... It must be so much better. If that's your comparison now. You know how you cut open a strawberry and it's kind of white? That's not what they look like. Yeah, it's kind of like pink. Get them genetically modified grapes at Wegmans. Them shits are delicious. What are they genetically modified to be? Are they just like, do they concentrate the grape flavor? Are they grape maxing over there? Or what? They taste like cotton candy. Oh, I've had those. I've had those. Those are weird. The fruit that tastes like other stuff or tastes like other fruit. Have you guys ever had a grapple? They're apples that taste like grapes. They're weird. I remember getting them at the store as a kid and thinking that it's like the coolest thing ever, that you could just make a fruit taste like another fruit. And they did too. It's like we got ads coming up in just about a minute, y'all. Brother, I grew up on a farm. I've had all fresh growing up. Store-bought fruit and veg is flavorless compared to garden fresh. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Guess I don't know. Garden peas are delicious? I'm not really a pea guy. I don't like peas. But maybe I just haven't had a fresh enough pea. Hybrid fruits? Gotta get them raspiwis. Oh, speaking of hybrid with kiwi fruit, I actually had a kiwano melon. That was one of the weird fruits that I tried, was a kiwano melon. Let me show you what it looks like. It's weird. It tastes like a kiwi. Yeah. Oh, it's also called a horned melon. I think I might have shown this off. Look at this weird melon. These seeds are like little jelly. They're like little jelly candies. The gel concentrates itself around these seeds, and you pick them out and you eat them like I don't even know what there's a comparison to. I guess this is a better picture because it kind of shows them on the spoon. It's like natural jello. It's really weird. And they taste just like kiwis. Well, like a combination of a kiwi and a melon. But they're really good. And they are just like a spiky melon. Horned up melon. Yeah, that melon is bricked the fuck up. Assume a farmer's market's the closest thing I can get to direct from farm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been to a farmer's market before. They had some pretty fresh watermelon. I could see that being the difference between eating like store-bought stuff and farm fresh stuff. Like it's kind of like pomegranate. Yeah, a little bit. They're delicious. There's a bunch of Japanese candy modeled after them. Yeah, if you guys have a chance to try one, I think you should. I think you should give it a try because they are really tasty. They're nice and sweet and refreshing. It has the taste of a kiwi and then the refreshing, this is like 90% water, effect of eating a melon. You know, when you just eat a watermelon and you're like, ooh, I feel quenched. Looks like it'd explode if you shot it in a video game. Yeah, and spikes would go everywhere. It does, it does. What I also tried recently for the first time is a kumquat. I don't know if anybody's ever had those. I've heard that word, but I never actually knew what they were. They're like tiny little oranges. They're tiny little citrus fruits, and they're very sour. It's like a piece of candy. Like if you've ever had ever had a warhead, I guess they're not that sour, but they're like pretty fucking close. They're pretty fucking close to that sour. And they're tiny little oranges, but you can actually eat the skin. Because the skin is proportionately a lot smaller. Like imagine just eating a tiny orange. You could just pop the entire thing in your mouth and bite right through the skin. You just eat the rind. And they're like little sour flavor bombs. They're very good as well. Tiny orange is called a citron, I thought? I think that's a different thing. I think that's just a completely different thing. This is what I'm talking about. These. Oh, this is exactly the package that I have in my fridge. It's... Yeah, they're just tiny little oranges. I mean, I don't know if they're like how closely related they are to... They're not tiny oranges, but they are... Like, you look at it, it's a tiny orange. Look how cute they are. Look how cute they are. Self-doxed? What? How? Because I show you the brand of kumquat that I get. Orange eggs. Now I know what you have in your fridge. If you come for my kumquats, if you come for my quat, I'm not going to finish that thought. That did rhyme. We're moving on. Citrons are the earliest citrus fruit known to man. Oh, okay. Are they still like... Actually, yeah, what is that? I want to know what that is. Citron. Does it just also look like a tiny orange? Yeah, it looks like a lemon more so than an orange. That's like the opposite of a kumquat. There's like no fucking... It's all rind. Like, imagine trying to fucking eat that. Dude, I imagine that this tastes amazing, though. This is like the final boss of citrus fruits. Like, you start being able to just eat the entire thing with a kumquat, and then with an orange, you have to peel it. This, you have to get a fucking jackhammer to get it this sweet treat in the middle. This probably tastes fantastic. Or it's just a massive bait. Would be really sad. I tried a star fruit once and was disappointed. Did it not taste like a star? Check out golden berries? Okay, I guess we're down the fruit rabbit hole, so I'll check out golden berries. Is it the Peruvian ground cherry? Oh, that looks amazing. That looks delicious. Peruvian ground cherries. I love the little packages that they come in. The little leaf packages. They look so cute. This looks like something that you would find in like the Garden of the Gods with the glowy orange pod. Citrons are where modern day oranges come from, and lemons as well. Oh, it's their ancestor? Yeah, I guess that makes sense then. So we probably bred them to be, to have more fruit on them. We just found something and it was like, wow, this is delicious, but there's fucking none of it. It's like what we did to chickens. Not star-like at all? That's false advertising. I would be really disappointed. Golden berries are also called gooseberries. That's so funny. I didn't know that. My friend has a cat named Gooseberry. And I did not actually know where that came from. Like, what I knew that a gooseberry was a thing, but I didn't know what it was. And now I know. Life never gave us lemons. We made the fucking lemons. That's crazy to me that people figured out that you could just like crossbreed shit together to get the traits that you want out of it, whether it be animals or plants. It's crazy nonetheless. And then we domesticated the fucking dinosaur and made it a tiny headed giant ball of meat. And now we just eat that. We gave lemons life. That is badass. That is so fucking metal. That is so fucking metal. Also, I can't think of lemons without thinking about Cave Johnson. Me neither. Life gives you lemons? Burn life's house down. Invent a combustible lemon. Me too. That also lives in my head. Been a long time since I thought about Portal, though. That was a good game. It was the first game I ever speed ran before I knew what speedrunning was. Kind of a cool first experience of that. Back when all I wanted to do was just get faster at Portal. Okay, where is this one gonna close off at? I think this might be another case where I just have to fill it with custom decorations. That might look a little weird. Because I think the reason it looked okay up top was because of the separation. It could just make this entire thing out of signs. I don't know. We'll figure it out. This is looking nice, though. I think, actually, I have come around to this. I have come around to really liking this. Maybe tossing some more of these things on top of it. Just like other decorations. Make it look a little bit better so it's not the only thing to look at. Okay. Let's keep going with these for a little while. I'm gonna have to find a place to go that's not my normal grocery haunt, because I want to try some new stuff. I feel like I've tried all of the weird shit at my grocery store. I mean, not all of it, but like, I want to try new fruits. I want to try weird fruits. And there aren't actually that many to try. Is that the whole copy pasta? Make life take the lemons back. Get mad. I don't want your damn lemons. What the hell am I supposed to do with these? Yeah, it is. Is that from memory? Do you just remember that? I wish? Oh, okay. J.K. Simmons is so good in everything. He really is. He really is. I just love his voice so much. I love his voice. I love... He really is so fucking good in everything. What is he in? He's in Spider-Man. He's in Whiplash, that movie where he's just like an angry band director. He's in Invincible. God, he's so fucking good. I actually didn't know he was Cave Johnson. But I was thinking about it while I was thinking about his voice. I was like, is that J.K. Simmons? And yeah, it is. I have small brain. I can't remember anything more complex than the shape of an egg. Oh, man. I'm only laughing because I understand. I have small brain too. With bad memory. Small brain, bad memory. I was watching BoJack Horseman recently and I could not unhear Cave. Oh, who is he in BoJack? He's Santa in Claus. Is that a horror movie? Or is that an actual Christmas movie? BoJack Horseman is fucking depressing, man. That is, like, the most depressing show that I've ever watched. It's so good. It's been years since I've actually seen it. Animated Christmas movie. Absolutely delightful and you will cry. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, because I know that there's been some, like, Christmas horror movies out that... I just don't... I don't watch Christmas movies. Oh, he is Lenny. Yeah. God, it's crazy I didn't even notice. Lenny Turtletaub. You know who else is really fucking good is Aaron Paul. I really like Aaron Paul. Speaking of BoJack and Invincible, they're both in both shows. I think he's amazing. I think he has like, and it's not constrained to just being a voice actor either. Like he is actually a really good, enjoyable actor. He's got a lot of range. He's got an enjoyable voice to listen to. Being the guy that everybody loves but nobody likes. Are we still talking about fucking J.K. Simmons? Is Kai in Kung Fu Panda? He's just everywhere, I assume. Yeah, good for him. Good for him. That sounds so cool to be a voice actor. He's the yellow M&M, but I've never seen those ads. The yellow M&M as well? Man, he's so versatile. He has such range. Wait, he's the yellow... Isn't the yellow M&M the... Like, slow talking like this one. Hey, Red. That's him? My god. I didn't know that. He really does have range. Yeah, the peanut M&M. Oh man, peanut M&Ms are so good. I would love a peanut M&M right now. If somebody came up to me right now and handed me a peanut M&M, I would not even question their motives. I would just eat it. I would simply consume. Alright guys, what's y'all's favorite candy? Like you're strolling down the candy aisle and they're out of your favorite candy and you're enraged by it. What is the thing that they're out of? I think for me, it might be like a Toblerone. Because I only say that because I've had a situation recently where I went to go get a Toblerone from the store and they didn't fucking have any. And then I was getting gaslit. I think it might have even been here by somebody who was telling me that they haven't seen Toblerone in stores in years. And I'm like, oh, I literally got one the other day. Peanut M&Ms or Reese's Pieces? Yes. Those are good. Reese's Pieces are underrated, honestly. I think those are so good. That's way better than eating like a regular Reese's peanut butter cup. A single Reese's peanut butter cup is it's not enough. I want an entire bag of little pieces. I think the ratio is better too. I don't have that with candy, but I do with Monster, like the energy drink Monster. What's your favorite flavor of Monster energy drink then? It's all you ever get at the movies or Twizzlers? For me, if I'm going to the movies and I'm getting something, I'm probably getting some dibs. Those like little ice cream balls. Or they're not balls, they're like ice cream thimbles. I don't know what their shape is. Jeezy, I respect you that much more because you said pieces correctly. Oh yeah, I'm not a Reese's Pieces kind of guy. Ew. Shouldn't have even said that out loud. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's clearly Reese's Pieces. Oh, yeah, I got it. Favorite in regular stores, Mango Loco or Pacific Punch? Favorite flavor ever? Java salted caramel. That sounds really good. That's like a caramel coffee flavor. That sounds nice. What is up, Brett? It's more a coffee without the carbonation, with milk and stuff. Oh, okay. So it's just like Monster brand coffee. Yeah, I'm not a coffee guy. But I do like coffee flavored things. I don't know why. Like coffee ice cream slaps so hard, but I can't drink a coffee. Maybe it's because I know it's a treat, so I'm okay with having like the flavor. Because I'm very functional with my caffeine. You know, I drink it in the morning to wake me up. But a little bit of coffee ice cream, I'm here for it. Only get it imported from America, I think, so it's expensive. I don't like coffee either. It's weird. Oh, so you're one of us. We are two now. We are growing in number. The people who don't like coffee but like coffee flavored things. It's weird, isn't it? I don't know why. Don't know what it is about it. I think I think maybe it's because the taste of coffee lingers and it's not good when it lingers. But I've never eaten coffee ice cream and had it like linger in the back of my mouth. It always just fades and I can wash it out. I cannot physically wash out the taste of coffee. Like if I drink coffee, it's just I can taste it for the rest of the day. I have to brush my teeth to get it out of there. I'm just not about that. Sometimes the taste is fine and the aftertaste just ruins a thing. Only drink coffee at like 5 a.m. when I can't sleep and want Denny's garbage food. To wake you up enough to go get your Denny's? Yeah. I think it's the bitter taste that just remains in your mouth forever. Yeah, I agree. So as long as it can be short-lived and I could be like, okay, I'm putting a barrier up between the coffee taste and the rest of my day, it's fine. But you can't do that with coffee. Can't do that with coffee flavor. Or at least like coffee flavor from coffee. Lunchtime. Well, Zero, I hope you have a good lunch. It's like a reward for getting out. Oh, okay. And weird? Why is that weird? You give yourself a little treat as a reward for going out, if that's something that you usually struggle to do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Alright, I'm gonna need a custom piece to go around this. That is for sure. Maybe I should flatten this out, actually, because I do have horizontal or vertical clearance to flatten this out. And it would make making this piece easier. Also make this area a lot easier. Okay, yeah, let's do it. I've convinced myself. Try to get a snack at the movies, even though it's 3 times the normal cost. I love movie theaters, but they don't make much off of ticket sales. That's why the snacks are so expensive. Yeah, they really do just have to gouge you for the snacks. It's really hard to justify getting snacks at the movie theater. Just because of that. Like, they are kind of ridiculous. But, you know, I don't often plan ahead enough to say, like, I'm gonna have a snack that's movie-sized to be able to just bring it in with me. So, while I'm there, I'm like, ah, fuck. Might as well. Might as well get a little snacky. Got ice cream for my coworkers? W colleague. No, that actually is That's so cool. If you bring your coworkers food, you are a legend. I had a I had a coworker at my last job who just straight up baked me a pie because I said that like would want a pie. We just got on the topic of pies. She's like, "Do you want me to bake you one?" I'm like, okay, yeah, bake me a pie, and then she brought me a pie, and it was delicious. It was cherry pie. We did a lot of potlucks and food sharing at that job. That job was sick for that. It wasn't sick for anything else, but the people there and the food was amazing. We would have a day like maybe once a month at least where everybody would just bring in a thing and we would have the entire break room table full of little crocks of dips and shit that people made. I have to put cream and sugar and I don't care enough to do that at home. It's also, if you put cream and sugar and bullshit in every cup of coffee you have, you're gonna... I think it's just gross. Too much of that is gross. It's the other way. Like, I don't like the bitterness, but I also don't like having to fill something up with sugar. That's why I just drink tea. Snacks for more than the tickets? Yeah. We have a small local theater, but still go to the big chain ones sometimes for IMAX and stuff. I haven't been to the theater in a while. Wonder if Iron Lung is still in theaters. Last time I was gonna go to the theaters, it was gonna be to see Silent Hill, but it came out of theaters, and it came out of theaters like a week after it hit them, and I didn't understand why. And then I watched it, and I immediately understood why, because it's an awful movie. It's like Iron Lung is not in theaters anymore. That's actually good, because maybe I can watch it somewhere. Ice cream at work, dude? Hell yeah. Did she like you? No, she was married. She was married and older, and no. It was very professional. Pipes in the coils getting generated is the most satisfying thing ever? Hell yeah. I agree. I love the pipes. Watching pipes get generated off a blueprint is so fun. Like, they could just generate all at once, but they generate in a line. Banana bread at fucking work, dude? Hell yeah. I gotta get that on a soundboard. That's like one of my favorite sound bites ever. I work at a Costco. Oh, so you just go to the ice cream section and like buy some. That was a really nice thing when I worked at a Sam's Club, which is like, it's just like a Costco if you don't know. It's like a department bulk buy store. It was nice because I always had my choice of things to buy for lunch. Also, Costco's food court is ridiculously good. I don't know why they have such a good food court. Like, that's not what I would expect. If I was going to a department store, like a department food store to get food, bulk groceries, they do it. And it's right at the end. So as you're walking out after your long grocery shopping trip, you have like a tasty food court right there. It's such a good situation. Stuff doesn't stay in theaters as long as it used to. No, but Silent Hill was also it left theaters for a reason. If you haven't seen it, I honestly wouldn't even recommend watching it, even if you like bad movies. It's really bad. Erase that movie from memory. Idiocracy. That's a fun movie, but it's kind of sad. Yeah, anyway, Costco pizza? Oh, love me some Costco pizza. Although last time I ate Costco pizza, I did get the plague. So that was not so good. I think that was my fault, though. I absent-mindedly grabbed a paper towel off of a roll, and I think that it was probably not a good idea. I was like, oh, my hands are dirty. I'm going to wrap it in this paper towel so that I don't actually touch it. I think the paper towel was probably dirtier than my hands because of where it was positioned. Like, I did not confirm to make sure that it was like gonna be something that other people hadn't touched. Pizza was fucking worth it, though. Work in the parking lot. Quite a warm day today. Oh yeah, it's very nice out. I treated my fellow coworkers to ice cream. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Sweet as ice cream. Excuse me, what? What's the excuse me what? You're excused. I'll excuse you. I guess I did misspeak a little bit. No, that's a different story. I'm not gonna tell you that one. Fucking love Costco pizza. Mall food court pizza is honestly really good too. I don't know if anybody has had Sbarro's pizza, or if you even know what that is, but I will die on the hill that Sbarro's has some of the best pizza I've ever had, and it is literally just mall food court pizza. Freudian slip? I guess so. Nothing wrong with a little Costco pizza, though. You know? It's 2026. Where is my heatsink? Dude, where's my heatsink? Hospital food slaps even when you're not sick. I've heard that. But then I've also heard the exact opposite, so maybe it depends on where you are. Asmo J, opened a few Sbarros? Preach, brother. Yeah. I wonder if there's a Sbarro's anywhere near me. I'm sure that if I go to any mall, I would find one. I think they just Sbarro's is like an SCP that just exists inside the mall, no matter what mall it is. I'm a sucker for shitty pizza though. Like I feel like I have shitty pizza taste, but I will own it. Cuz I really like Domino's and I really like Pizza Hut. And I really like Sbarro's. I'm gonna get that tattooed on me. I have shitty pizza taste. Last time I saw Sbarro's was a Turnpike rest stop. Oh, they had him at a rest stop too? I've never seen him at a rest stop, only in a mall. But that also feels like a place where they could be. Sbarro's is like, they just appear and give you the disproportionately best pizza you've had, but like, you wouldn't expect it from where you are. Ours has like a whole food court, but in order to feed everyone with any illness, they are capable. Well, that's good. That's good, because the last thing someone who's sick needs is like a shitty meal. No more malls really here? So no more food courts. It's so sad. There are a couple malls near me. And I'm not that far from, I'm not that far from a few of them. I just don't really go, because like, malls are places that you go when you have a lot of expendable income. I'm trying to be more frugal. Like, they're fun to walk around, but you can only do so much without spending a bunch of money. They're just designed to get you to spend money. Thoughts on Hawaiian pizza? Okay. So, I don't know how hot of a take this is. I think Hawaiian pizza is actually one of my favorite pizzas, but I probably am not going to order it because I think Hawaiian pizza is delicious when it's hot, but it is not good when it's cold. And I like both hot and cold pizza. So it needs to, when I'm ordering a pizza, it needs to be a pizza that is both good hot and cold. And it just doesn't tick both of those boxes. But it is good. Web search shows a few still around. One in Ohio, the others are all in Pennsylvania that I can see. I shall find one. Or if I can't find one, I'll just go to a Cinnabon. I know that I have a Cinnabon near me. That's another food court staple that I love. Or a meal that makes someone with allergies worse. Yeah. 600 locations in 28 countries. Our stores are located in shopping malls, department stores, airports, service areas, and college campuses. Do they have any standalone? In the Pentagon? They have fucking Sbarro's at the Pentagon, brother? I need to get a government job. Dude, okay, none of the things that you just read off are freestanding Sbarro's businesses. Like they're literally an SCP that just exists in the places you don't expect to find them. That's crazy. That has only reinforced my thought of that. Stayed at the hospital for 4 days after my kid was born. The food was prison tier. I remember you saying that. Yeah. Cold pizza's the breakfast of champions. I will absolutely wake up the day after eating pizza and just eat cold pizza for breakfast. Yeah. Funny story, one of my first dates as a teen was to walk around the mall and there's an ice skating rink. It was a great time. Dumbass me never called her. Call her now. Maybe she feels the same way. Imagine dating instead of dedicating time to fix it. Yeah, who has time for that? When the factory must grow. I don't get the pineapple on pizza hate. I think it's just fun to hate it. It's just like a fun thing to be on that side of, for some reason. People love hating things. People love to hate. Hawaiian pizza wouldn't be one of the 3 default types of pizza if no one liked it. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a decent amount of love for it too, but I don't know why. I'm not even sure, like, is it divisive anywhere else in the world, or is that like a global thing? I feel like it would only really be divisive in my country because everybody here is a fat ass and wants their like default pizza toppings, like just cheese and pepperoni, which there's nothing wrong with, but there's definitely there's a stigma, and as far as I can tell, it's correct that like American food is kind of bland. Like the flavor profile is not very extensive. People hate it for the meme. Yeah, they do. Notice your Fix-It shirt? Yeah. There it is. Oh, the doggo fell. Why didn't you guys tell me? It's okay, buddy. I don't know when that happened. There we go. Pineapple is good in salsa. Yeah. I don't like it because I tried it and I didn't like it. So that's a valid reason. That's a valid reason not to like it. I'm sure there are a bunch of people who probably don't like it just because it's a hip thing to not like. Even if that's not true, like I don't know why that's the divisive opinion. Is like pineapple on pizza. It could have just as easily been pepperoni on pizza. Really depends on the ham they use for the Hawaiian pizza. Canadian bacon or gabagool for my choices. I've never considered gabagool on a pizza. Canadian bacon is good though. Fix-It snapback win? I don't know. I got both of these things as a birthday gift. So I'm not buying them for myself. I'm not a hat guy. I've never been a hat guy. Especially now that I have long hair. Like long, actually manageable hair. I guess there was a period of time where I had like that middle length annoying hair where I covered up with it with a hat all the time. God, is it already? Man, it is actually 5 p.m., lads. And I am cooking dinner tonight. I am making chili. Time has flown. Time has surely flown by. But I do have to wrap things up here. I'm sorry to say. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at the progress today. It feels like nothing has actually changed, but a lot has been done. Lunch ending soon. I will vanish soon. Well, I shall vanish soon as well because dinner is beginning soon. Sweeter sauce to go with pineapple. Normal pizza sauce is usually too tart to go right with pineapple. Yeah. Focus on building. I just realized the stream is running. The stream is about to run into a wall. Since you're East Coast, check out Sparrow's website and find your local fix. I will. I actually will do that. Because I feel like I could fuck up a Sbarro's pizza right now. This place is looking quite a bit fuller. But I mostly fixed this. I guess I did do this. Well, I built a Stargate. So we can enjoy that. Wait, let's jump through the Stargate at night. Okay, this is gonna be sick. One final hurrah. Good luck. Hope it turns out like you wanted. Oh, it's gonna be great. I've been leveling up my chili cooking skills. Alright, the jump approacheth. Oh my god, it's so sick. Oh, I might have to work on this turn a little bit. It's a little tight. Dude, this has to be driven at night. I don't know if there's a way to force that. It has to be driven at night. It's so much cooler. That jump is amazing. I'm so happy. Yeah, that is going to be it. That is going to be all for today. I'm going to be back tomorrow for more, though. We're going to keep building this track. Yeah. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And chatting about food and genetics. And food genetics. It was fun. Have them time the race so it starts during the day and falls tonight during? That feels like it would be very self-indulgent to have them specifically time the race so that it becomes nighttime at my segment. I guess they could just have it cycle. They said that they were going to do the whole thing during the day, but then they changed it and said that they were looking into doing nighttime as well. So I don't know what's going to happen. But box the whole thing and we have night. That might look so disgusting from the outside that it wouldn't be worth it, but it is a potential option. I will consider that. It's not a bad idea. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. It's been fun as always, shooting the shit and building. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for more. See you, Brett. See you, Voice. Have fun cooking chili. I shall. See you, Quantum. A good time with the family. I shall. Mod that could change it per section. That would be really nice if everybody could have their preferred time of day. A massive cube of concrete. Thing is, I would want to make it big and look good, which might be hard and take more time than I have. See ya, Jug. See ya, HVW. And see ya, everybody else. Goodbye. Farewell. Ah.